live stream for New Eurekan. It was amazing. We were doing all monologues. It was so much fun. And when they asked me to do it again, I was like, you know what? I'm a casting director, I'm a performer, I know a lot of amazing artists, and I really want to choose the artists that I have on tonight so that I could really express to you
You
the amount
sexy.
of talent that is out there. And there's so much talent that's out there right now. And
Very
I just
sexy.
really, really, I think we're being like bombed by somebody calling me sexy. Thank you very much. But let's mute that for a moment so that we could get to everything, guys. So, yeah, let me tell you about a little bit about the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. If you guys don't know about it, it began in 1973. That's over 40 years ago. And it began because there were some artists of color that didn't have a place to make their art. And it really was like spoken word poetry and just people who felt the need for a space. So it actually started on the Lower East Side in somebody's basement. So with that, it was really it really became important to the group of artists that were around making it happen. Let me just ask Jason for some technical help here, guys, because I don't know what you guys are seeing, but I'm gonna just spotlight myself right now. Hey, okay. So, getting back to it, guys, the New Eurekan Poets Cafe has been so special to so many artists. And my personal journey with the New Eurekan Poets Cafe, for those of you who know me well, I began my career as an actress and I became very frustrated at the
Do
lack
you
of
want
roles available
to do
for.
something?
Hold on, let's mute all. Muting all.
I got him out. Don't worry. Continue.
Okay. I guess we should take that as a compliment, right? That we're being like photo bombed or whatever it's called on Zoom bombed. Anyway, so I ended up writing a play called Brownsville Bred. That was my true New Eurekan coming of age story out of Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. And it won a lot of festivals, but then after that, I really didn't know what to do with it. And a dear friend of mine, Ruthie Otero, she said to me, "Hey, Elaine, just, call up the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. They'll split the box office with you, you'll grow your audience, and it's a great space to just create." And I did that, and they did it so beautifully. There was no bureaucracy. I just was able to create, bring people over, introduce people to the cafe. The cafe introduced people to me, and they have been supporting me ever since. So I'm eternally grateful for the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. And if you guys are looking for a place for the arts to support, to me, this is it, New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Okay, so with that said, I have organized an extremely beautiful lineup this evening. And one of our amazing performers, she did me a solid today. Her name is Caridad de la Luz, and people call her La Bruja, which means the witch. But she's the good witch. Okay, and Caridad is New Eurekan. She's a poet, she's a playwright, she's an actress, she's an activist, and she is considered not just by me as one of the most leading spoken word poets in the world, but also by El Diario La Prensa, the largest Spanish language newspaper in New York City, who named her one of the 50 most distinguished Latinas in the United States, okay? And I was able to call her up, Caridad de la Luz, and I said, "Hey, Caridad, I want to start out this night with a very special song." And for me, it's actually two songs. One of them that Caridad is going to be singing tonight is Preciosa. That's the Puerto Rican national anthem. And we're going to follow that up with none other than Tuffy Questel, who's going to be singing Lift Every Voice and Sing. That's the Black national anthem. I grew up in Brownsville, people. This was my national anthem, was the Black national anthem. That's what they did in my school. So for me, it was super important that we have both of those to get together tonight for this special night of healing. And Caridad de la Luz is here, so I'm going to spotlight her video. You guys are going to absolutely enjoy this performance by Caridad. I welcome her. I'm unmuting her right now. Thank you so much, Caridad, for joining us. You are my hero. You are a princess. You
Thank
are just you're everything. So thank you so much. Please,
well,
let me spotlight you right now so everybody can hear you sing the wonderful song Preciosa, the Puerto
oh
Rican
my
national anthem.
goodness. Well, I just want to thank you, Elaine, for so many reasons. Your talent and your casting, all of the work that you've done and that we've worked together, and that we did that the tagged video and featuring the art of Pedro Pietri, who is the New Rican poetry godfather. So your work is just so amazing, and for you to put this together, anything you ask me to do, I'm basically gonna do.
You know what? I'm going to put on the chat box, I'm going to put to everybody on the chat box the link to tagged because you're going to hear Caridad singing right now, Preciosa, for us. Thank you so much, Caridad, for that. But I'm telling you, you must watch this short documentary that I made entirely using a mobile device in less than 48 hours, edit to beginning to edit in front of the New Eurekan Poets Cafe, and Caridad spit the most beautiful spoken word poetry, and she knocked everybody's socks off, and is still knocking socks off. And I promise you, I'm gonna put it on the chat box while she sings. So make sure you look on the chat box and you copy it and paste it to watch later because you're not going to be disappointed. 6.5 minutes of entirely
A
awesome
beat.
stuff. Okay,
So,
Carida, are you
for you,
ready?
I am stepping outside of my box. I don't normally do this, but
Teacher,
oh no, this guy's coming back. Oh no.
is very beautiful.
Jason, handle that.
I
I'm going to
will.
mute everybody again and then I'll come back to you,
Can speak
Carida.
English?
Oh, God. That must happen a lot, right?
Yeah, I'm
Hold
trying to
on.
back. Give me a second, okay?
Yeah, it's not a problem. Hold on, Caridad. I
Caridad,
don't
did
know.
we do
El
the workshop?
Rubius!
Did we do the workshop of Kiss My Aztec
El
together?
Rubius!
Yeah.
Nice. Unbelievable. Okay, guys, this is what happens when you're doing a live stream. And Caridad, I'm just gonna find you here so that I can unmute you. Ta-da-da. There we go. Hold on.
Ahorita que salí de Calafia, allá con un
I
túnel
don't know how
carro
they're getting you,
chulo.
Caridad.
Señora, estoy compartiendo porno.
I guess this is like the looters of
New
Zoom.
shit. This is new. This has
Yeah,
never
look.
happened. This is unprecedented.
Miss,
Yeah, give it a
no speak
second.
Spanish.
Okay, I'm gonna sing over him.
Do it,
La
Maybe,
baby.
verga,
Sing
hablen en
over him.
español. Hablen
okay.
en español.
Should I?
No te entendí ni verga, no sé inglés.
Jason, what do you think is happening right now?
Yeah, I think we got multiple people. I'm just
We
taking
got some hackers.
Can you mute them all and then
No
just
te
go back
entendí
to
ni verga, no sé
Caridad?
inglés.
En español, perrijo de
Hija de puta,
I hope
zorra,
that this is at least
malnacida, repelente.
some comedy relief for you guys. I'm so sorry that this is happening, that people feel the need to interrupt a beautiful performance that's about to happen. But I thank you all for your patience. And I know that when Caridad comes on to sing the Puerto Rican national anthem, Preciosa, you're all going to be really wowed. Let me see who we have here in the room. I see my mom is here, Jamie Velasquez. Oh my God, Edwin Vasquez. Let me tell you about this lineup for tonight. You guys can hear me, right? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. All right, cool. All right, great. So while our technical issues are being dealt with, and Jason's going to let me know when he's ready to unmute Caridad, and then we'll move forward. I just want to tell you about this lineup because I'm so proud of the lineup this evening. And it's going to start with Caridad de la Luz. It's going to go on to Tuffy Questel, who is not only a singer, but I mean, this guy is an actor. He's a casting director. He's one of the most recognized names in early hip hop, especially in New York. He was the host of Video Music Box. Okay, for 30 years it was on the air, and then he went back to his childhood dream of acting, and then he began casting because he saw the great hole that was there in casting people of color and people that were available. So like myself, Tuffy's a casting director, and we do our part with helping to get some people of color in front of the camera all the time. So it's
You're
gonna be
speaking, Elaine.
Caridad, Tuffy. Jason, are you talking to me?
Yeah, you're clear.
Okay, good. Caridad, did you unmute Caridad?
Hold on one second. Let me see her.
Thank you. He's just finding her. And I'm going to continue because then we have Advocate for Words, who's an amazing spoken word artist. Isabella Velasquez, who's a 9-year-old, I repeat, 9-year-old Latina who was in Pequeño Gigante. She's from the US, but they flew her out to Mexico and she was doing her thing before the show was stopped. And because of COVID, of course. But after Isabella's going to actually sing 2 songs for us. And then after her, drum roll. Everybody's a drum roll tonight, by the way. After her, we're going to have a premiere event of 5 Broadway stars who got together. These people are from In the Heights. They've done so many Broadway shows, I can't even count them. And they're here tonight. Danny Bolero, Cedric Labor Jr., Jenny Lispadilla, Andrea Burns, who am I missing? Natalie Toro. They're here tonight and they're going to premiere a song from a Broadway show that was not bilingual before, but the message was so important to what was going on now that they decided, actually it was Danny who said, you know what, the song is just hitting me right where my heart is, and I really want to do it justice, and I want to Latinize this song. So Danny went out of his way to get all of these other Broadway stars with him together to make this happen. They did not rehearse. They just sang, and we put it together, and let me tell you, it's gonna blow your mind, okay? Because it makes me cry every time I hear it. So then after that, we're gonna have Eric Dominique Perez. Did I say that right, Eric? Oh, thank God. Eric is a spoken word artist, and he does one-man shows, just like yours truly, Brownsville Bred. He did a show called El Gringuito. It was award-winning. And next up on his slate, he wrote another show, and it's called Brave Young Lord 50. And it is about the young lords and the Nuyorican young lords that were happening in New York back in the 70s. So Eric went out of his way. He made this incredible play. And guess where it's going to be as soon as it opens up? Ba, 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 ba. Nuyorican Poets Cafe. So when the time comes, you guys know where to go, to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Check out my friend Eric Dominique Perez in his new show, Brave Young Lord 50. He's going to do a little bit of that for you tonight. And then, this lineup is incredible. I'm like, chills all over the place here. And then we're going to have
Elaine?
Leah Quesada. Is that you, Jason?
No, it's me, Danny. I sent you a message. They're not letting people in on Zoom.
Oh, okay. I'll take care
Yeah,
of
I
that.
locked in for now. I mean, I'll keep their mic closed for now.
Okay. Is Caridad with us now? Is that okay? Can we have her?
Hold on one second.
Okay. So I'll keep talking until I'm interrupted again. So Leah Quesada, who you guys might know, I don't know if you guys remember this song. It's called Sunshine. So it goes a little, I'm going to not do it justice, but it's like, you could call me my baby girl. I could tell you sunshine. I'll be your sunshine. Well, Leah Quesada from Little Flip Sunshine is with us, and she's going to sing Marvin Gaye's What's Going On. And she's just not only an incredible performer, she was signed to G Unit Records. She has toured all over the world, but she's a beautiful Dominican, Nuyorican, and she also happens to be my cousin, which is how I got her to be on with us. And then we're gonna have, now this one really everybody's blowing me away. Edwin Vasquez is one of my favorite singers of all time. I heard this dude sing some South Soul, and it just blew my socks off. And I had to ask him if I could use his music in my upcoming movie, Brownsville Bred. That's how beautiful the songs were. And he said yes graciously. He's gonna sing for you Has Cambiado tonight, which is my personal favorite song of all time. Whether it's a famous person singing it or not, I'm telling you, Has Cambiado, you're gonna love this song, and you're gonna especially love the way that he's gonna sing it for you this evening, which I understand is a new rendition. So we're looking forward to that. And then we're gonna close out the night with someone who I have long been a fan of, and I'm so happy that she said yes for this. Unmuting myself. I hope you didn't miss too much of that. Okay, everybody hear me? Okay, great. So, last but not least, we are going to have the incredible Karen Rodriguez. Now, you guys might remember her from American Idol. Back when American Idol was the show to watch. And Karen was an incredible, inspiring artist. She was born in Miami but grew up in New York. And she went to the High School of the Performing Arts, where she learned everything that where she learned performance. And she really blew people away because she was, for me, I believe she was the first person on American Idol to sing Spanish songs. So Karen is going to be singing for us one, maybe two songs if we have time for it tonight. And you guys need to follow Karen's music on YouTube at, let me make sure I got this right, at Karen the Siren. She's had millions of views on her songs. She does everything bilingual, or a lot of stuff bilingual, which people are just loving. She's really an important artist to the community, like every artist that I've mentioned tonight is. And we're gonna put on the side chat everybody's Instagram account so that you can follow them as it occurs, and as they are singing or performing, whatever it is that they're performing. And tonight, listen, while I'm like trying to waste time here, but I'm saying real important stuff, right? Tonight we're giving away my book. All right. Woo! So I wrote a book, Brownsville Bred. It's based on my play. We have the novel happening. We have the novel of Brownsville Bred, and I actually also published the stage play. So if you want the stage play or the novel, you have to write in the chat box. You have to hashtag Brownsville Bred, I want the novel, or Brownsville Bred, I want the play. You can't have both, so you have to decide. So that's the title, Brownsville Bred. And 10 viewers are gonna win that. 10 of each. So we'll have 10 of the novel winners and 10 of the play winners, and I'll be sending them to you directly through Amazon. So they won't be signed or anything, but when I get back to New York, I'll definitely have a signing at some public library or something, and I'll be happy to do it. So here's the update. We're trying to get La Bruja back in, but she can't get in because she was removed. So Jason is asking if we can restart the entire thing. And I want to ask Jason if La Bruja wouldn't mind trying to get back on another device, because that will allow her to get back on. And in the meantime, I'm going to ask Tuffy if he wouldn't mind starting off the night with Lift Every Voice and Sing. So she doesn't have another device. I'm getting this that she doesn't have another device, so that we're going to restart now.
Okay.
Okay.
Con permiso. ¿Se puede preguntar algo, señora El Valle?
Okay, we're trying to block this guy, so we're gonna end the chat and come back. So everybody leave the room, and you'll come back. Okay. I'm so sorry for this problem, but